Heroes and Legends, Generations 4, The Holy War, Episode 22. The three kingdoms, Billdaron, Holy, and Manica, unite to face the Orisonnians. Back in the chambers of the Holy Land Castle, Damien II, Hakari Urkasian, and Omri Manica all sat down side by side in a long table, facing the audience of all their commanders and generals and leaders of their respective forces, as many argued and bickered why all of them had to join forces, saying that all of them worked so hard for many years to kill each other. Then Damien I had arrived to silence everyone. Him, at that time, was the most powerful person in that room, and he had organized this alliance. If he had to, he said, the forces of the Orisonnians and Naqvi in particular was too strong. As you all witnessed, he said, in the last battle, Naqvi didn't have to try, and each one of our leaders of our respective forces were down and out, ready to be cut down one by his might. Only by all of us, Elder, UDN, Billdaron, forces of the dimensions and the universe combined to destroy the Orisonnian threat. Their forces consist of many powerful warriors and many powerful abilities to boot. We cannot sit idly by and kill each other. We must unite as one, forsaking all of our past deeds and ill will towards each other. Outside of this war, the Orisonnians have caused more damage to us, slaying many more of our brothers and sisters than we could ever do ourselves. At that moment, Hakari lowered her head in sadness, remembering the death of his sister Bertha. And Omri, in his mind, was trying to hide his guilt, for it was he who killed Bertha and not the Orisonnians. And he had to keep up a front. And he thanked the heavens for this alliance, or else he would have been vaporized a long time ago. Damien II then thanked his father for his speech, and he said, men and women, the elders of the UDN and the Billdaron, we have spent many of these years fighting each other, brutally fighting and killing each other for supremacy, for bragging rights, for lands and territory, even for vengeance. Now we must put aside those differences, even just temporary. But I pray through this alliance, we'll all see a better and peaceful land, a peaceful existence, and peaceful times ahead. Naqvi is our number one enemy. He and he alone is responsible for all the chaos and evil that's ever existed. His reincarnations for Captain Magna and Manica Magna are shocking, as my father told me these things. Naqvi must be defeated. His evil has stenched the very scores of history, long before we knew of his name. One like that cannot live any longer. So we must combine our might, our weaponry, our strategies, our brains and hearts and souls as one for a new and prosperous age. Then Akari then said, I have went to many wars and fought many foes, but none like that man, Naqvi. I have lost many. We all have lost many dear close friends and family in this war. But he is our true foe, and I must look away on my past hatred for those of you who might be in this room. She glanced at Damien I for a little while before she continued. Then she continued and said, we must all unite. Empire, Holy Empire, Union of Dimensional States. All of us, must unite as one and crush the Orisonnians. From there, we'll see where things go. Lastly was Omri, who simply said, This is what we need. A unified force. The dimensions, religion, and the universe united in one common goal. I always have a tear coming down my face. It's my goal that I want to achieve on my own. It's finally being achieved in this meeting. But I've learned now that we cannot do it on our own. We must unite as one. Brothers and sisters, raise your blades and your arms and blasters and rejoice, for our union has now become one. And with that, all the leaders stood up, and all the commanders and allies in the audience also stood up. And all of them put up their swords. And Naqvi, Omri, and Damien II united their swords together and hoisted up in the air, signifying their unity. And all the forces of the Billdaron, Elder, and UDN rejoiced, for the alliance was now made official, and now all were united against the Orisonnians.